Alright, welcome friends to today's live stream of Subnautica, where we of course are building a very big base here in the inactive lava zone right now. We're going to give a few minutes for people to kind of get in before we really get into the main part of the work, but to kind of show you what I've managed to get done since the last stream, I have completed some more work here in the zoo, except for the fact we've got apparently a spot for the lava boomerangs to get in. I have finished up the land plant room, which I wanted it to feel very jungle-like, so instead of just the generic plants, I went with some of the specialty decoration plants and just kind of filled this thing up so it looks almost like you're in a big jungle room. So that's one of the things I've done, and then I have finished the entire back section in terms of fish. Every single containment on the back row is full. We've got sea treaders path, which unfortunately no baby sea treaders. The mountains and the underwater islands, which are, all very similar. This is actually still waiting on some of the bone sharks to hatch. That's the last one I did. So we've got those done. Means I've only got a few of these on this side to finish and then start putting in all the windows, and that's really will be the end of the zoo. Hello, everyone. Have Flames, Bastion, Lost Interest, Prime Sonic working on more on the ion cube generator. Cool. When it's done, I will definitely be checking it out. I did notice right as I was getting ready to go that there's a couple of mods that need updating that I haven't gotten updated yet. But for the most part, everything is up to date for me now. I did remove the monstrosity Stalker Cage attempt because it did not work, and I could not find anything that seemed to work for it. So there were some interesting suggestions. I think we might try one of those today. But beyond that, I really haven't done much else here. Just taking out all that stuff, got that going. Oh, and I did bring some supplies. I think there might still be on the Cyclops right now. When I was gathering more of the eggs and fish, I brought some more stuff back for a new section. But yeah, we got gasopod, crab squid, and the crash fish, which haven't got a thing for crash fish yet for some reason. But we're gonna do that. I did turn my graphic settings down just a little bit, which helped somewhat on the stuttering, but not a lot. So what we're doing is, this is the weapons area. So we're going to do gasopods, and I think it was stalkers I was talking about, or no, gasopods and crash fish. And as I thought about it, I was like, there's another creature that would be really useful. That's the EMP crab squids. So why not put some crab squids in, like we're trying to harness their built-in biological EMP capabilities. So that's what I'm adding, and we're just going to build this little room here as also a production of fish. So I need the alien containment. The concert was good. It was me helping somebody out because they had a conflict of scheduling. So it was kind of like I got there, hung around for a few minutes while trying to get, ready to get set up. And then it was, all right, throw everything in place and start playing. So it was kind of, rushed. But it was a good show overall. Broke down, went, hung out with them afterwards for, see some friends play at another place. And then just came home, got home really late and went to sleep. Dealing with the aggressive fauna in the lava zone. Well, if you're talking about the big dragon, Cyclops shield is your friend. Rest of the time it's run away. And if you're talking about like the lava lizards, you need to just smack them a little bit with a regular blade or something like that. They'll kind of move away. Not the thermo blade, because that kind of helps them. Of course, if you're talking about warpers, you just need to get cured, and then they'll leave you alone. So you haven't played since the warper incident? Don't let the warper dissuade you from playing in this game. What was it? This was, oh yeah, my Stalker set up here. So we'll just keep the Stalkers here for now. I've got some more eggs waiting. What I think I want to do is actually kind of migrate that instead of here. Carry all that stuff down into the containment facility and dump it in there and build basically a containment facility stalker tooth farm. That way they can't escape too far away. And I can just like, alright, here's a bunch of metal salvage in this spot, and here's some grab traps, and get a lot. And it's a lot easier to do that than have to go back up to the forest, the kelp forest. And you are, it's your lucky day. I'm letting you go free. There you go. Bye-bye, Mr. Boomerang. The EMP pulse from the crab squids, not in the containment here. They're not going to be using that EMP pulse. I've already got 2 fully grown ones in containment, no problems. And plus, it kind of goes with the theme of like we're going to try to harness that. So it might be like, hey, we're finding a way to protect our bases and vehicles from that EMP pulse by having the crab squids in containment so we can observe them. I feel like I just want to take the ladders out from both of these. Definitely still laggy in building and deconstructing stuff right now because of the... I'm pretty sure it's all to do with calculations on the hull integrity for the base. Because I have got a lot of components, so that's a lot of hull integrity being calculated. And that's got to be what's going on. So it's even like when you're swinging around like that, it stutters. I'm pretty sure it's something in the background is trying to passively calculate hull strength variations. So I've got several save games I've been through that some of them are I no longer have because it was when 3 save files was the limit. But I've been through pretty much every save file has been a completion thing except for my one that I did for when I was messing with creative gameplay. And oh yeah, I'll put those down there for the extra embellishment on this one. There was some other stuff. I need to start getting a lot of ion cubes going so I can do all of my specialty plants in each one of these places. Definitely like Lost River and such. No, Emerald, you have not missed anything. Just kind of giving the tour of the new changes. Show you the big thing. The more involved room. It's the jungle room. I had to have some kind of very, plant-filled space for it to be all about land plants. So I did 3 containers, or 3 pots in front of the long planter, as well as 2 pots in the middle for different things. So we got a nice jungle room now. I have gathered up some supplies, but mostly I was focusing on the creatures for the biomes. So we don't have a lot with that. I think one thing I want to try today, out here, I'm going to check and see, because I know I've got my Cyclops fabrication stuff over here. I kind of want to see if I can actually make the Cyclops itself, make another one. We may go up to the surface and build a new Cyclops to drive down as well. Where is that? Oh, and I still haven't found the light stick unlocked because I've been down here most of the time. The rest of the time I go up and just harvest quartz and metal. Probably good to go and find stuff. Alright, so 3 plastic ingots, 3 enamel glass. I might have enough from my last foray into stalker farming. Pretty sure the lubricant is not a problem. Let's start with the enameled glass. We'll try to get some of this going. One of the saves didn't load the ground fast enough, so you lost your prawn suit. So I've had problems where, not so much when I loaded the save, but I've just in the game, and when I went outside a certain area, had the ground glitch or something and swallow my sea moth. So I had to kind of like get the terraformer to dig it out. I've had that happen before. But I've never had where the game like didn't load the ground at all and it just dropped my prawn suit out into the abyss. I mean, I've had that bug, you know, where you walk, you suddenly drop out of your Cyclops and act like you're walking. I've had that happen 2 or 3 times. And Ice Fairy, thank you. That's what she said. So we're going to have, I think, enough for a Cyclops. Yeah, advanced wiring kit. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of those laying around. Yes! Aha! Alright, so advanced wiring kit, everything like that's done. And that means I need a depth module for it, because that's going to be a big thing. I might take the shield generator from this, just so I can, you know, I don't need an extra one if it's just going to be a decorative Cyclops. It's going to sit in the other parking spot. But I do need at least to get the proper depth module. And maybe when I have extra supplies later, just laying around, nothing major to worry about. I might upgrade some stuff on that, the secondary Cyclops. Alright, so we got the depth module. Let me get all the way down here. Should have enough power just to drive it from the mountain range to here. The big thing is going to be getting past the Ghost Leviathan, of course. I believe I can get by without it being destroyed and not having to worry about hull strength so much. But, like I said, I could take the shield generator. I think it's over here. Yeah, we're going to take the shield generator temporarily. And, you know what? That should be enough. I don't think I'll run out of power just driving it down to this point. Go through walls? I don't think I have that anymore. And yes, lost interest. I do have Easy Craft active. That's why I'm not having to pull anything out of storage for it to build. So we're going to save, because this is going to be an interesting attempt. What I'm going to do... Welcome aboard, Captain. And this will save some air supply here. I'm going to just try and do the swim all the way down. Fully charged, Sea Glide. I'm going to see if I can make it all the way into the lava zone containment base. So I'm not leaving my sea moth down there. You know, I'm going to go through the warp gate, get up. Oh, it might help if I also take one more piece of equipment. I might need the mobile vehicle bay too. That is one more thing I will need to build this. Decoy against the Ghost Leviathan. I'll go ahead and make a decoy to take with me. That'd be useful. I know I don't usually use the decoys, because the times I've used them before did not work so well. And I've actually used the decoy where it did nothing to decoy the Leviathans away.
All systems online.
So I think I do have. Nope, I have none. All right, then we'll try. Oh yeah, again, might help if I take the mobile vehicle bay. You know, just so I can actually make the Cyclops once I get up there. Let's see, deployables. Was it supposed to be in here? Where is it? It's a deployable, right? Am I looking in the wrong place? I don't see it. I feel like I'm looking in the right place. It's just not there, because maybe I haven't unlocked it yet, despite the Cyclops being available. Argonaut, it's okay. You missed the streams. I'm still working on the new fort there. You have not missed much. I'm not even going to try to say your name. Ba. Ba, and that's as far as I'm getting there. Prime, that's fine. If you can't stick around, I understand. I'm not sure about the Detective Pikachu part, but, you know, I understand you got something you got to do. So I'll be looking forward to that ion cube generator mod once you've got it done. So next stream, alright, I will try to keep it. Life pod near the Aurora. No wonder I haven't found it. I kind of ignored that life pod. Alright, we're just gonna skip it. And I'm gonna make the run for it. I'm just gonna try. I think I can do it. I've done it before, like going all the way down. I mean, I've gone from like almost, or from surface to the lava, you know, power plant here before on like a single tank. Just being very careful and quick about it. Cheers, Prime. I will keep an eye out for that mod. Yeah, we're gonna ignore the decoys for now. I'll just push past the Ghost Leviathan quickly. He only follows me so far. I think I should be okay. Once I get past a certain point, I'll just turn the speed up on the Cyclops as I get moving. Are you doing the free Conan Exiles weekend? I think that is this weekend. They've got like free to play on Conan. I'd play Conan, but it'd still be something I'd want to do single player, and the single player does not scale as it should in the game. It should scale if you're the only one, so you're not dealing with bosses that have the same amount of life as if there was more people playing. That's my only thing against it, that I'm not playing it right now. Oh, yeah. Gear Guy. Okay, I will call you Gear Guy. 13 euros. That's not a bad price for it. Alright, we made it in. That was a lot better. You know, other than having a storage capacity, which I haven't been really filling anything on the sea moth up with ion cubes. You know, I could just swim down here. I didn't even hear the sea dragon this time. He has been a bit glitchy a few times where he just kind of disappears. There we go. M. Scott, thank you! And you're back again. I'm back again too. Thank you for joining. Alright. Going through the portal. Gonna build myself a Cyclops. This is where the problem is going to be. I'm going to build a Cyclops and then forget to save afterwards, and it'll be destroyed on the way down. But not by the Ghost Leviathan. It'll get destroyed by, like, 8 lava lizards attacking at once. So, wow, this is taking... This feels like it's taking longer than normal. Whee! Whee! Oh. Hello, Eddie! From New York City. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. We'll go on the side of the island away from the Leviathans. How about that? We'll build over here. Actually, no, that's kind of a bad idea. I'd have to still go around. We'll deploy right here. Too bad you can't climb on and then just wiggle around to balance while it floats upwards. Alright. Let's get on board and build a new Cyclops. What? Did I loot? Did I leave my plastil ingots? I don't have my ingots. What the? I made them. Where are they? Oh, I bet I used them up in the modules, didn't I? Well, great. Okay, so back down to the warp gate. Back up to the other Cyclops. My SAS Factory videos will be on Fridays. M. Scott. So, just have one yesterday. I've already got a plan on where I want to get to for the next one. I'm definitely gonna try to do a bit more expansion in my production with this next video of it. It's definitely a very interesting game. It's still early access too. The only drawback I think people are gonna have with it, and already have with it, is it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. I got it because I was really interested. You know, if it was not something that caught my attention that much, I would just say, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it because it's Epic. Not that I don't want to give them money kind of thing. It's more of a, Steam. I have the Steam Workshop. And a game like this, there could be some interesting things later on where you can say, here's a pre-built setup for this. Maybe they add something like that. But, it's, I'm fine with it as it is. If it never goes to Steam, that's okay. I got it. I'll play it like it is and have fun with it as long as I can. I definitely like the automation element. That's one big thing. If we had more automation in this, like a little mining rig you could place on top of a little, boulder for titanium or something like that, it would just continue to extract titanium or automatically extract for you, I'd be really happy. I have not yet used up all the resources on the planet. I can tell you that.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
I'll at least go ahead and get some more of these real quick. Yeah, dear guy, technical difficulties. If I was doing this in a video, this is where I wouldn't even be talking. I'd just be like, come on. And be heading back. I probably would actually just reload it from the save. And, just done the other stuff again. But, we're gonna go back. At least I'm taking back some ion cubes with me now. The plan was not to have to go back up this way. The plan was just to get out. Okay, where are you? Oh, good, he's over there. Now he shows up. Okay. Cooking supper? Alright, what are you cooking, Argonaut? Are you cooking enough for everybody in the class? Oh, no, 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 no. I may be restoring from save, because I may be getting eaten. He says it's supper time for him. Oh, at least he didn't come through the wall this time after me. He actually did avoid the wall a little bit. He went into the wall, but he didn't chase me. Still. Why? Oh, don't. Oh, yes, he did not swipe. He missed me on the swipe. And on the fireballs. Like, seriously. I was not supposed to be going back this way. Oh. I might survive. I think I did survive. I always hate trying to go back this way. Because this is more twisty-turny. Yeah, SAS Factory does look good. It's very much, if you like the building automation elements. Like, I really liked Planet Nomads during development. It's now full release. I like that kind of building to tie everything in together sort of approach, and SAS Factory has the same thing, though not as streamlined and fluid as Planet Nomads. You have to do a lot more management in it, but yeah, it's got better graphics in the end, I would say. Some fish and salad and some stuff for the cat. The Giving the cat the fish, right? Cat gets all the fish, you don't get any of it. Gear guy, can I return Saw on the Emperor for a bit? What? I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. Can I, you talking about the big mama Emperor in there? You want me to go talk to her?
All systems online.
She's dead at the moment. I can't talk to her really. Mustafa, yeah, it does kind of, now that I got the base going, if we could build everything in the right cosmetics, like if the base elements could be black, like we kind of have in Below Zero, I have everything colored black, and just build this big tower base. It'd be Mustafar built across the lava. We could do a Darth Vader base. I don't think I would want to breed a sea dragon. I mean, you'd have to go in there. You'd have to get really close to maybe get an egg. Depends on if they keep the clutch of eggs with them or if they, you know, lay them somewhere. I think the problem there is if we put a tiny version of the sea dragon in the containment and it blew fireballs at another fish, and that fish happened to dodge the attack and survive, then you might end up with a broken containment. And considering how some of the stuff in the game functions, more likely you'd have leaks in your base spawn because of it. Alright, once again, I've got the supplies now, so I'm saving again. Just because this is when I do get eaten. This is when he catches me and chomps down on me, and I do not make it back out. Alright, we're going. It's not a tiny base. It's an average base. At least that's what the doctor tells me. It's an average base. Flaming Bacon, glad you're here too. You missed the stream last week, but I missed the stream too, so no fault there. We're gonna... Alright, so, your guy says we need to pay our respects to the, Big Mama Leviathan. We're gonna go back here. As long as I do not get eaten. I don't want to get chomped on by Big Guy. Too bad we never get a chance to see any of the juveniles engage in a battle with like a regular Reaper Leviathan. You know, they'll swim around each other, they don't attack. I'd like to see them change that for Below Zero, where you can get creatures, like the big ones will fight each other like that, if they're in the right area. That way you could, you know, even if it's just for you to spawn them in, you could have a, you know, big battle mode kind of thing going. Oh no, he disappeared. I think I got a little too close to that lava fall. Okay, he has disappeared again. There he is. You can't get me here. This is the sonic deterrent against you. Oh, there he goes. Huh. I'm getting inside. There we go. I survived. Go towards the other facility. We could have... You know, if we had the option to build like single platform stuff and turn platform sideways, build more outside of just the prefab stuff, you could do some really customized stuff. I'd build a big thing over the lava mountain, the volcano down there, and we'd build a big Mustafa top Darth Vader castle. Alright, let's go pay respects to her. Actually, we'll get even closer. Gotta pay respects Oh, even the bone shark is... She technically dead, or is she actually still... like, alive? She's still alive! I thought she died. I thought it was like... I'm dead, and she's actually still alive at the moment. She's still blinking. I'll take care of that. Come here. I need some, calamari. Alright, so she's not exactly dead yet. She's dying. I mean, she's quite old, I would say. But, you know, it's more of a... She's like, I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap. I might not wake up from that nap, but I'm gonna take a nap. Gear God, know when I started Subnautica, I did not save every second. I thought, I think originally I was expecting it to be autosaves, and it kind of got to where I know I saved a lot more often when I first started playing than I do now. Now it'll be like, I've done the stream where I've gone for 2 hours and didn't even think about saving. And I'm trying to make sure I keep myself more focused on saving now, especially with some of these bigger risks I'm taking today. Like swimming by myself in the active lava zone there. I believe, you know, they may not get quite as early as they're wanting, but I think they're still planning to try and get below 0 by the end of the year. There it is. It was over here somewhere. Alright, now, do not tell me I don't have the supplies. What? So now I'm suddenly out of lead too. I thought I had all of that. Did I just not notice the lead was missing? Let's see, I can find lead somewhere around here, right? I think there's loose lead in this area. I know I've got magnetite in the area. I believe I can get, not loose lead, there's still going to be like the outcroppings. Oh, lithium, I'll take that. That's useful. Oh, and I did not get this tablet yet, so we'll grab the tablet too. Getting so much stutter even up here away from the base. Hi, family of waters. And I didn't really stab Big Mama, I kind of cut her. It didn't do much, I didn't get anything from her. I was trying to get a little piece of squid meat, but, you know, that didn't happen. Alright, well, lithium on shale outcroppings. I think I can make it work. It'll be easier to do this than have to go back to the save and try to come all the way back again. And of course, if I had a way to drill, I'd be fine. I could try to bring the prawn suit back through. I just don't want to do that. That prawn suit is set up just right. Kind of a pain to get it up on the platform and then back out of the water there. And of course, this is going to be when I can't find any lead. Like every outcropping is going to be something other than lead. Nuclear reactor fragment. Yeah, second round of technical difficulties. It happens. Somewhere around here, there's going to be lead, though. I mean, worst case, I'll go back towards, like, the kelp forest or something. Be really helpful if I had a scanner room in this range right here. Maybe I do. I do not. A little glitchy on the shadow there. You know, normally I have too much lead. I don't worry about it. And now I actually need lead in an area where I'm not finding any lead. Oh. Oh, lithium. Bunch of lithium. Yeah, that's not working. Anyone ever killed a warper? I don't think you can unless you just manage to do a really good hit with some kind of modded weapon, because usually when you hit them, they warp away. And I think after so many hits, they kind of warp out of the area, sort of thing. Well, family of waters, I'm glad I'm one of your favorite YouTubers. I'm glad you enjoy the content. I'm going back towards the island, the mountain. I know I can find some stuff there. Saving every second because you had the electricity go off but didn't save for 2 hours. See, I've had a problem where I was saving regularly, and then I had a save that was being done when the power went off. And it corrupted my save file, and I lucked out in that I happened to have a backup from a few days earlier when I had been trying to do some fixing. Oh, I do have a scanner room there. When I was trying to fix a problem with, like, the terrain stuff by removing the cache, so I backed everything up. And that saved me, which is why now I have a daily backup thing I do on just everything with the game stuff. And look at that, one piece of lead right there. Oh, I know what that's going to point to. That's pointing to the, that's not pointing to, like, lead I can grab. That's pointing to the, that's pointing to instead the, big build. Or, you know, the big drill parts that I can't do anything with right now. What was it? Always forget shale. Oh, yeah, that's right. I did this over here. I forgot about this spot. It'll be the sandstone one. Yeah. I may have to go more to the kelp forest. I was thinking, I mean, I said I would go there if I needed to, but I only need 3 pieces of lead. Surely I can find that in this area. It's just I'm having, when I don't need it, I'm having the luck of getting a lot of silver and such, and when I actually need lead, you know, I don't get it. But the rest of the time, I get a ton of lead. I think we are going to just start heading this way for the sandstone. Oh, see, here's one that's not even being marked right now, and I'm still in range. Mr. Bone Shark, why are you rubbing your belly on my face? Oh, hey, look! It finally updated for back where I was, and not where I'm at. I think that's actually going to be possibly just in the tunnels, but some of it's got to be on the outside area. There we go. Oh, some of it is not going to be in the tunnels, I think. Yeah, normally when you start, copper is going to be one of the worst things to try and find. Because you need so much of it at the beginning for certain things. And then the second one for me that's been worse to find is silver. Because I'll be sitting there like, I need silver, and I'll go out there and I'll find like one piece, and then I've spent an hour looking again, didn't find a second piece for an entire hour. So there's times where silver has been quite the irritating one to get. I think that was 2. I was getting stuff I really don't need right now. Normal circumstances, yes. Right now, no. There we go. Alright. Now I just gotta find my mobile vehicle bay. I so feel like they should have made it where it gives a little beacon. Like you can see where it is. You can see where your sea moth is and all that. There was some flashing there. Distance. I don't know if that was just an accident thing. But there we go. Finally. And now I guarantee one thing. It's going to give me a problem. Say I cannot build here because it's not deep enough. No, it actually works. Alright. No more sandstone chunks. And I still have all this. So there we go. Waters, if you find silver all the time, then you lucked out. I've had better luck with gold almost all the time than luck with, like, silver or copper when you really need it.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
God, this looks so weird coming into an empty Cyclops. Alright, we're going to put this stuff in for now. So I can go all the way down. And I just realized this is going to make it a lot more interesting. I didn't bring the sonar.
Engine powering up.
Sonar probably would have been really helpful right now. Because that way I could see, you know, the tunnel right when I'm above it. As well as seeing the
Ahead slow.
Leviathan that I'm probably going to be passing by very closely. Alright, so I'm kind of aimed dead set. I'm going to keep an eye on this little sonar there. Yeah, the Cyclops, I have the more Cyclops mods equipped, as well as more Sea Moth mods, more mod slots for the Sea Moth and Prawn Suit. And then there's a couple extras like the Cyclops Bioreactor, stuff like that. You can see the list in the description below, Family of Waters. If you want to look at those, it's got the links to the mods on nexusmods.com. Best way to get into the Lost River, the tunnel, the way I use now for the most part, because I can't remember which pod number it is, but there is a life pod that you have to go find that is very close by. It has 2 thermal vents next to it. Once you find it, it's like, I think if you line up the thermal vents, you keep going straight that way, you end up right on top of the tunnel. Other than the Ghost Leviathan, it gets you into a section of Lost River. It gives you access to the research facility from the other direction, and then into everything else. There, of course, there is the other entrance that takes you into the main branch where you have all the big, skeletal remains. And that's maybe easier to maneuver through in some ways, but for me it's always been harder to find because it's just kind of there. It's an opening, you just go down, you find it. There's that one, and then of course the blood oil zone's not that bad to get through either. But again, that's another one where you kind of got to remember where it is. In this case, you know, it's the same with the tunnel. You got to remember where it is, but once you find it, especially with sonar, it's so easy to find it again. You just look for the big hole in the ground. And I have survived with no Leviathans even coming after me. So now, I gotta get myself oriented right. And barely using any power. So yeah, much easier way to get in. To me, this is hands down the easiest. Once you find it, yeah, there's a bunch of Leviathans nearby that you kind of have to make sure you're not roaming too close to them, but once you pinpoint it, put in that beacon and you never have a problem, especially with sonar. The Empyrean Alpha 10 update. Whenever that drops, I will take a look at the update. I'll play the update a bit because I still have the game installed. I even went and played it like a week ago. Tried playing it again, and it still is. I mean, I would play Space Engineers now before playing Empyrean, because Space Engineers, as slow and tedious as it is far less frustrating than Empyrean is for me. I am still very much disappointed with Alpha 9 and what they did, and the disregard for what a large number of players asked for. You know, like a lot of players asking for certain things. Devs say, hey, because you've been asking, so many people wanted this, here you go. And seeing comments like, who's been asking for that? You know, there's long threads of people asking for this, and there's like almost no threads of people on the forums asking for this, but this is what you're giving us. So I'm very disappointed in the way the development has turned for that game. I still find it to be an absolute headache to play. So I will take a look at Alpha 10. I'm hoping Alpha 10 redeems the game, but if Alpha 10 is still in the same direction, that's gonna pretty much be the end of Empyrean completely for me. I don't think I'll be back to it at any point in the future after that. If Alpha 10 is still doing the same direction as Alpha 9, still moving in that we want to be space engineers, but we don't want to say it type deal, you know, that not the direction I bought the game for. I bought the game because it wasn't Space Engineers, and it feels like they just absolutely want to copy Space Engineers at this point. So I'll look at it, but I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to do a video on it. It might be a case of I mention it in a short video or live stream saying I'm, you know, done with the game because I'm not coming back to it after Alpha 10 is just as bad or worse. Alright, come on, just leave me alone long enough. Oh, let me turn up the speed too now. That will help. Getting away from him. He's not bumping me around at the moment. Oh yeah, there we go, draining super fast. Because I have regular power cells and no power production right now. Very stuttery too at the moment. I'm about to save just on the fact I made it this far. The most satisfying sound? I really don't have a most satisfying sound. I really haven't like paid attention to the sounds that much on it. You know, it's like there's the most worrisome sounds like that. that guy, you know, making that bellow, that's worrisome, but you know, in the warpers, you hear that warp sound, that's pretty irritating, but I don't have like a satisfying sound where I'm like, oh yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I think I might have done it just in time. Yep. Oh yeah, look at that. He just barely clipped me. Be awesome if you could target the Cyclops with power from the base, like the way we have power transmitter, have it transmit directly to the Cyclops to recharge it, since we do not have a docking method. The games I consider playing right now are pretty much the games I'm playing. I'm actually about to cut back on Fallout 4 just because I'm getting to that point where I'm kind of burning out on it. You know, the storyline is overdone, I would say. It feels like they spent so much time on trying to make it an involved and compelling story that they did way too much focus on the long conversation parts of it. I feel like they could have cut some of the conversations down a bit and made the game story much more enjoyable, and really it's a very tedious game in terms of building mechanics too. So I'm kind of backing away from it very soon, I expect. And I'm thinking about incorporating one of the games I used to play a lot on Twitch into the channel instead. Be like my first game that I actually bring over from my Twitch streams rather than, not keeping it all separated. Wow, for a moment it looked like somebody in a spacesuit, like an astronaut suit, sitting there looking at me with his arms crossed. Yeah, I think I'm going to turn the lights off for now. There we go. We have a second Cyclops. Ooh, actually, I need to... we need some visual variant. So let's change... We'll go with a... stripe to... we'll just go plain white, I think, maybe. And name big red letters. Spicy meatball. Alright, too long. Spicy meatball. I don't know why that came to me, but spicy meatball. There we go. Creature in Subnautica I wish never existed. Honestly, like, the Ghost Leviathans I think could have been done better. I mean, the, visual look of them being kind of like see-through with bioluminescence is nice touch for like some parts of the game design itself, but the placement of them is so odd to me in terms of where everything goes. Like you have all the adults out in the void, but then you got these juveniles just roaming around these other areas. I think they could have done a little bit better job with that. And then the main thing for me, it wouldn't be a matter of getting rid of a creature. It's just more of a matter of fixing the flaws in the programming of the creatures, and that is making sure they interact with walls correctly. I need food. Isn't food this level? I really gotta get a lot of copper going soon so I can put up signs, because I keep forgetting where things are. Keep forgetting which floor I'm on and what I need to get.
Vital signs
there we go.
Stabilizing.
Bunch of juicy marble melon. And I'm back to full. And let's just kind of take a look now. We'll look at the extra Cyclops I have. So that means now, the only other things I'm going to have to do will be like sea moth. No, wrong way. Come on. Somebody needs to release a mod to fix the ladders. Oh yeah, nice contrast there. Got a black spicy meatball sub and just the regular Cyclops I haven't named yet in white. And oh, I need mods back from this. Well, I need a mod. I'm leaving the depth module, of course. I don't want it crushing under the pressure down here. We need this back. Oh, no, wrong one, no, wrong one. There we go. That one. All right. Okay, that's a good one to mention, the cuttlefish. I would say take the cuttlefish out of the game because it feels like it's the Ewok of the game. You know, so many people hate Ewoks because they're like, that's George Lucas pandering, you know, like just trying to get more people to watch the movie because of something cute in there, something that he could sell. I feel like the cuttlefish was kind of almost the same thing. Like, oh, here's a cute little fish you could keep as a pet. It can do a few tricks. Can't do much beyond that. The big thing is you can't breed them. Make them breedable so you can have a ton of cuttlefish everywhere. I mean, I understand they're supposed to be kind of rare. So you only have, what is it, 5 eggs? But they should still be able to breed. They obviously create eggs and come from eggs. So why can't they, you put 2 of them together, they produce some eggs. So Empyrean Alpha 10, more interesting in terms of the invasion mechanic. Are you meaning the aviation mechanic, like the flight systems, or what do you mean by that, Dragon? Let's see. I've still got supplies going, good bit. Let's see. So this room is probably just about full. Empty, 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 empty. Alright, so those are finally starting to fill up. So I do have a good bit of space still. Did I do anything down here yet? No, I did not. So I still have another level there to fill up. And then I have 2 levels on each side to fill up. Some point this will be full of storage, and wow, my game is stuttering really bad right now. You see it visually just how much is like dropping frame rate. Alright, surely it's not all because of the second Cyclops. That would be a bad effect from having 2 Cyclops in close proximity, that it like gets this stuttery. Let's save again. Oh, yeah, the submarine below, the Cyclops. Why is it called Spicy? Well, actually, you can't even really see the name of it from up here. It doesn't really stand out that much. But what's that spicy meatball sub down there? Oh, that's our sponsor. By the way, go to the cafeteria. Today's special is the spicy meatball. Alright, what we have left that I need to get. We got, well, blood kelp, which... that'll be easy enough. Get some special flora. Let's see. What can I do special flora wise? Maybe in somewhere. Oh, you know what I can do? I can check and see how my other my new creature additions are coming along. They should have at least hatched by now and be almost adult. It's hard to tell time-wise when you're not above in the surface area where you can see day and night passing. Alright, so yeah, we got 2 gasopods going. I don't see any eggs yet. Crash fish. No eggs. And, yep, we got them. No eggs. Well, I'll hop in with them, say hi. Pet you? Hi. Oh, hey, easy way to scan them. There we go. Come here. Gonna check something on you. Got, massage your brain. Casing. They remind me so much of the, aliens from Mars Attacks. Like, for such a big brain, you'd think they would be the precursors. You know, they have a massive brain. It seems like they'd be smart. You know, really smart. Invasion as a Xerax and Talon will attack your base depending on your rep. Oh, so even if you build your base, they'll just randomly attack you. I guess you mean beyond the drones attacking your base. Build an emergency room. In case of emergency, there's rebreathers and oxygen tanks. I don't think I need to worry about the emergency room because I've done quite a few of the hatches, or not hatches, the bulkheads everywhere. So, like, if the rest of it breaks, the living quarters are already set up with this. So that locks it off and everybody's safe. And then the living quarter, the rooms have their own. So if that happens, then you're good there. It's just a matter of how long their oxygen will last then. Crash Squid's head is actually its stomach. So they always have food on the brain, is what you're saying. Alright, what are we gonna do now? I need a stalker setup. Because I'm gonna need some more teeth very soon, I'm sure. So, not going to worry about the camera drones, but we'll do the salvage and the grab trap. And I still have some stalkers here. So what I want to do, I think, is I'm going to take this, I'm going to load up some supplies as well to go into the alien containment. Oh yeah, we got a bunch of them. And, no, we'll take 3. Oh, I can't. But I'm going to instead deploy them in the actual big alien containment facility where Big Mama is, and try using the grab trap there. It's not going to give me something that's like right here where I can just grab and go. But at least will give me something that I can be like, alright, let's go down here and, you know, get a bunch of teeth to bring back. Grab some ion cubes on the way as well, and then we're done. And it may be a case, I haven't built it yet, but I might build the laser cannon. After all, just so in the end I can wage a battle with the sea dragon and kill him. And we need to turn this off. Otherwise, I'll just be dumping stuff in for it to dump back out. Oh yeah, every single piece is like super big. There we go. Alright, so now, actually, my purple tablet, go there. Alright, what are we going to want? We're going to want production capabilities there so I can produce more of them. So we need 2 multi-purpose rooms, arguably, for 20 population density. So that's 12 plus... I don't know if I'm going to have the glass. Ooh, let's see. At least 5 glass. We'll try. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Okay, so instead of drones, it'd be drone ships. And you'll have... well, I know the drop ships have dropped off troops. It's just they usually drop and then don't do anything. My doggo, if he wants to come in and hang out, he actually, I think, might be in the room. He's just... He is... While I'm sitting on my stool that I use for streaming right now, he's probably stolen my chair and is sitting in it right now. So if he wants to come around and play in a little bit, I'll get him up in my lap so he can be on the stream for a bit. Yeah, I've actually kind of... I haven't even been on the Discord server myself in a while. Mainly because I originally started the Discord server for the community as like, alright, you know, we got a lot of people here that want to talk. And it kind of went from just being, this is going to be everything I'm doing, like every game, to it became mostly all about Empyrean. And I was like, yo, I like Empyrean, and I was having fun with it at the time, but I never wanted the Discord server to be just Empyrean. And, of course, when I made the decision to stop playing Empyrean, that means fewer people wanting to, you know, people slowly start getting away from the server, because the subject that they were talking about is kind of gone. So I'm not sure. I definitely need to get back on the Discord soon, and I'm going to do some major revamping with it, like a complete overhaul, because it was never to be just Empyrean. It's supposed to be Empyrean, Subnautica. You know, there should be something for like Fallout on there, because I'm playing that. Just every game I'm playing should have some presence on there instead of it being several different channels for just Empyrean. So there's going to be a complete overhaul at some point soon. I've just got other projects I'm trying to get through first in terms of what I've got on my plate right now before I go to working on that. But it you know, I'm going to rebuild it at some point, and it will be back and up and hopefully full swing again. But again, it's going to be rebuilt around what I'm playing overall and not just Empyrean. That may not make some people happy, but, you know, I'm not happy it was all about Empyrean to start with. That's not what I was meaning for it to be. There we go. We're going to go try to do a facility. Whoa. Okay. That. Okay, now you asked about a creature that's in the game that shouldn't be in the game. That little, thing right here that it starts blowing out like there's an eruption happening. That should not be in the game. Because it's horrible on the frame rate, and it does nothing but cause problems with, like, glitchiness like that. That should not be in the game. Or at least should be fixed in a way that it erupts the first time you come in the area and then never changes after that. Yeah, I don't think I've ever jumped out of my chair, Gear Guy, but I have had some, you know, like, shock moments thanks to, Reaper Leviathans up top. I really don't like having to bring this down here because you've got to make sure you put it in the right spot where he won't attack it. There's always a chance he comes from a different angle. Can't drive it inside. And the last time I tried parking it in along the side of the facility, the sea moth glitched like way down into the ground, and I had to use the terraformer to get it out again. I'm fine with the fact that, you know, I mean, obviously, we're in a new biome in Below Zero. We're a whole new, well, new biomes, new areas. I'm glad they brought back the bladderfish that everybody wanted, because that is so much better than trying to go around getting a few eye for just a tiny amount of water from it. You know, I forgot to bring stuff for making power down here, too. Where am I going to get power down here beyond bioreactor? Or, is there thermal down here? I can't remember if there's a vent down here. I feel like that would be a bad design choice, since this is supposed to be inside a big, full facility. Why would you have a thermal vent coming up through the floor? Oh yeah, she's still breathing. Oh wow, bone sharks swimming through her. They're eating her alive. Alright, where do I want to build this? I guess I'm going to have to build it over here. I may need to go through and find some stuff for power production. Or just have to wait and come back. I know I can build in here. Move! Move, dummy! Oh yeah, might need to, Oh, my supplies sitting in the sea moth. Alright, yeah, I will let everybody know once I've got the Discord rebuilt and upgraded for including the other games beyond just Empyrean. I'm not going to take Empyrean off because I still want people who are interested in that game to have a way to talk about it there. Even if I no longer play it, or even if I drop support for the game. after Alpha 10, I'll still keep it on there for people to chat about it, because it's not just about me. But it'll be a little bit, because I'm trying to work on getting a basic website up for tying everything together community-wise for this, so you can go on the website and see all sorts of different information, whether it's YouTube, Twitch, whatever. And then I'm still, of course, looking for a new house with the intent of, once I find that house, I'm going to be building a new studio setup, so I'm going to have a lot of stuff to deal with on that, too. I don't think I've got the supplies to actually build a hatch. That's the problem. I've got supplies to build the structure and build the containments inside, at least, but I don't think I brought the supplies for a hatch. Binge Ninja, I don't know how you're always on when my streams are on. Yeah, now, Gear Guy clusters of kelp. There's a lot of stuff in below zero you can use, technically, for food and water. But, you know, when you're in an area where it's kind of sparse right now, you're looking for something to eat, you don't want something that's like, oh, here's 2 points of water, and you have to go chase after it. You know, you need something that you can easily carry. The aquarium module for the sea truck is nice, but it seems much more beneficial to me as a way to just put stuff in it for storage rather than picking up stuff along the way, because there's no filtering for it, so it really does not help all that well in that case. And yeah, of course, I have no quartz or titanium. Let's see, let me think. Yeah, we're gonna go, I want to grab, was it 1 piece of quartz, 2 titanium. That's all I need. At least let me build inside. I may end up foregoing the, actually I may end up having to build another tier. If I'm going to do bioreactor, I will have to do another tier. We'll have the bioreactor at the top. I do have, fortunately, coming up, finally a holiday. Because I have, like, between New Year's and Memorial Day, no real holidays I get off work. So, Memorial Day, I actually will have the day off from work, which is going to be nice. So, I'm thinking I'm going to do, like, an extra late stream the evening before, since I won't have to get up early. And I'm going to use that day to not only make sure I've got, you know, video I need done, but to go ahead and also try to maybe finish up my website at least. And once that's done, I don't think the Discord is going to take a lot of work, but I am doing a bunch of graphics work right now trying to finish up a website build. And trying to make sure I have all the different features I want on it, at least for the initial start of it. When I first started playing Subnautica, it was very early access. The Emperor was not even in the game at that time. So, I would say when that happened, I did get a little freaked out. Like, oh, crap, what's going on? Once that part was added to the game. But when I first started playing, it was more of like that first encounter with the Reaper Leviathan. When I just, you know, didn't see him, and all of a sudden I hear his roar, and I turn, and there's this thing bearing down on me, about to eat me. Oh yeah, I know there's gonna be some quartz over here. Usually I find pretty good quartz in this area, so get some quartz for the hatch. Like find some, well, if I'm over here, I'm close enough to the kelp forest, we'll find some playmates in the kelp forest too. I feel like I'm gonna have to turn my graphics settings down even further now. Even what I've already dropped is not enough to keep this going smoothly. And it's just more so the longer I play, the worse it gets. Not going to worry about the metal salvage. I just need to find outcroppings. Because I don't have anything with me to transfer the metal salvage into titanium. Oh, look, more lead. There should be a... Usually there's a lot of outcroppings in this area. Oh. There we go. That works. Extra scans always work. Alright, seriously, where's the, where's all my outcroppings? Alright, not outcropping, but it's still titanium. I need, like, 2 titanium and the quartz, and then I'm gonna need 5 more titanium just to build the new multi-purpose room. Technically, I don't have to worry about a ladder just yet. One to my right. Did I miss it? I'm gonna get, if you're being quartz, I'm gonna get quartz in a moment. I'm just trying to find, I need more titanium right now. Hi, Mr. Stalker. I've got some of your friends. And, you know, water-free storage. Where they should die, but they don't. I'll just go here. I might find the necessary outcroppings here. That's not one of them, but, you know. Oh, what it? Earthen coral tubes. Where is it? There's... Usually, yes, there we go. There's some quartz. Usually I find a bunch around the shipwreck island. Oh, a stasis rifle fragment. Is that what I'm missing? Yes! Haha! Diamond. Well. Should have got more quartz for this stream. Where's... Wait, there it is. Kinda can see it. Nothing. Another piece of quartz. That should be a good bit right there for hatches. Oh, there we go. No, this is not Below Zero. We're doing original Subnautica. Below Zero just doesn't have enough content for long streams yet. Oh, I can't believe I missed that one over here. Alright, I think that's enough. Alright, which way am I facing? Alright, going back towards this. In the direction of my sea moth prawn suits, all that. Am I going the right way? Somewhat. I'll just get to the surface. There we go. Brody? Yes, we can see your comment. So Dravo, this is modded Subnautica. There's a list of mods in the description below for everything I'm using. So if you're playing this on console, the mods won't work. But on PC, like I am, you can go ahead and get you some mods. And one of the mods is to add your hotkey slots, give you some more options there. We're gonna get, if I can see anything. I think the terrain's being a little goofy again. Love how the sonar doesn't pick up the big metal structure, you know, right in front of my face. There we go. I think the controls for the Seaglide could have been better arranged. Give us two options, you know, one button to do this, one button to do this. Like turn off the light or turn on the light with one button, map with a different one. Alright, so this will get me at least the hatch, hopefully the 3rd level. That'll be 2 containments, so I'll have a population density of 20, which should be multiple stalkers once they start reproducing. That means all I have to do is come down here. If I can't find my buddies that I need, I'll just grab 2, 3 more, throw in some metal salvage, let them play with it. And odds are I'm going to do this, and they're not going to want to even touch the metal salvage. I feel like that is way too long of a timed duration for how far it is transporting me. Like, I feel like that should have been taking me to their home world as long as it took. That's the kind of, like, how I would see it. It's like, oh yeah, I did this, so this is going to transport me all the way to their home world.
Warning,
Oh, of course it
emergency
did.
Power only. Oxygen production.
Why would it not be
offline.
too weak right now? Oh. Oh, I did get lithium. There's lithium out there. I'm not going to worry about that. Well, alright. So my plan is not working out so well. Alright, before I build any further, I'm just going to grab 2 of the stalkers, dump them in the water with the metal salvage and grab trap, and see if they actually even play with it like they're supposed to. There's stalkers here. Maybe they'll be attracted to it as well, and we'll have like a whole bunch of stalker teeth dropped out. Oh, very, very stuttery there. Oh yeah, very, very much dropping frames now. I've looked at Vorium before. I can't remember what it was about it that I decided I just wasn't interested in it. It might have been from the fact I was just playing too many games at the time, or maybe it was too similar to one of the other games I was playing. But I know I've looked at it, I just never decided to actually go forward with getting it. Alright, let's just load everything I can in here. That's them, and then, was it here? Yes, alright. I'm not going to bring back the stalkers, hopefully bringing back a bunch of stalker teeth, though. I don't see why you can't just kill a stalker and cut the teeth out. I mean, granted this is sci-fi, as opposed to something like, you know, survival game in the forest kind of thing, like Green Hell, where, you know, you kill this, you skin it for hide and such. But you kill us if you sit there and kill a stalker. Why can't you not then go in there and harvest from the body? Take the stalker teeth that way. I don't like the prawn suit because it is just so slow and cumbersome, honestly. I mean, the prawn suit, in terms of utility in the game, the somewhat realistic element of it, is really nice. But we're, you know, at this point, we're traveling through space. We can't come up with something better than that. It's just very slow and tedious to get around, and I just ultimately do not like it that much. I think they could have done a better job with it overall. Alright, come on. Pull it back in. Yes. Alright, I heard the first one. Oh, yeah, that's getting stuttery when I look at it. It's pulling in everything. Except for that. The stalkers are getting free. Let's see, where's that oxygen? Where's my brain coral? There we go. So I can sit here and watch. Right? Looks so weird with all the gravity tendrils coming out. I'm not hearing anything. I think there's too many other fish that have gotten involved with this. That they're just not getting... The stalkers are not going as crazy over the metal salvage as they should. I mean, ideally, it should be like, swim over here, there's 8 or 9 already dropped. At least once, I know this works now, so I can just finish building that and basically be able to sit in there and not have to do anything while I leave this out here. I could sit there for like a half hour, leave this running, and then just swim out and collect like 30 or 40 teeth. And there we go. Now we're starting to get... Oh, that's 3 of them just dropped, I think. There, yeah, there we go. Heard another one somewhere, but I'm not seeing where it fell. Oh, there it is. So yeah, I don't get to do this on my base platform like I wanted. That would have been the best thing. Just be able to go in there, grab trap, some stalkers, teeth, you know, all you want. But they didn't want to stay inside the containment. At least in here, it's a big area, but there is an area they can't go out. I'm not going to keep going, like, too much. I will make sure I at least get... I may take a bunch of this and dump it in the sea moth, then come back. Now, the grab trap doesn't suck everything in. It only sucks in up to a certain extent, is my understanding, because the stalkers are not even being affected by it. I think it has a certain limit on what strength it has to pull. So it's pulling like the metal salvage, but not the stalkers themselves. I know I've heard more teeth pop out. There's one. Oh, another one. I keep hearing them, but I'm not seeing all the teeth that are dropping. Might be a scanner room in here, so I can have it scan and pinpoint them as they fall. Some of this into some of the foliage, I'm sure. Any over here? Anything got far enough away? No. So 2, 6, 12. Yeah, we got... Oh, another one. We're 18 now. Let's... Wait, what? I don't hear grab trap anymore. What?
Seek fluid intake.
Where's my grab trap? It got pulled so far up that it broke. It stopped showing for me. And I've lost metal salvage. Where? Oh, there it is. They're still after it. They're still getting teeth dropping. Where'd it go? My stuff's glitching. I need oxygen. Oh, good. Thank you for bringing it back here. That's where I want it. I want to take it with me. I don't want you to just have a free-for-all while I'm gone. Where'd the other piece go? It's like they just all flew away. Like, I'm missing... I am missing a piece of metal salvage still. It has disappeared. Did it land on top of my base? No, it did not. Alright. I think that's enough Stalker Teeth. That's like 20? 21 maybe? Favorite biome? I know I've been asked this before. I'll say, resource-wise, the plateaus. Because there's so much nearby that the plateaus just work really well early in the game and long-term in the game because you've got safe shallows, kelp forest, crash zone, depending on which plateaus you're building in, mountains, the floating island. You've got all this stuff that's really, really close by. But it's, good amount of resources, too, for itself. If you build in the one that's between the Aurora and the floating island, you can build close to where the jelly shroom cave is, so that gives you access to that as well. So, me, the favorite biome is the plateaus because of the utility. In terms of looks, that's kind of a hard one. I would say maybe the overall looks. I like the blood oil biome because it has a really good look in the dark at night. Alright, now, finally, that game save process gets longer and longer the more you play. This game has never been optimized for long play periods. Because the longer you play, the longer it takes to do certain functions like saving.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
And it's not like how much time you spent from the last save. It's the whole thing gets slower and slower as you keep playing. It just... performance seems to degrade over time regardless. And more so when you have a lot of mods and a really massive base going. Oh yeah. Hi, Deeps. Hi, Daniel. How's it going? Yeah, so much stuttering right there.
Captain, all systems online.
What? Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. I'll get more metal salvage at some point, I'm sure. Oh wait, that's right, it's in my inventory, so that was just stuff that needed to be dumped out. So, ton of Stalker Teeth. That's super helpful. Means I've got plenty for enamel glass later on. We got plenty of supplies for other stuff right now. I feel like I kind of want to maybe still do more with that base in the containment, but not right this moment. Alright, that's still going with the teeth. So, I also need to be able to start making some sea moths and prawn suits to bring down. Prawn suit won't be that bad as long as I have the depth module and I can swap around jump jet upgrades. Really, because once I get them here, all I'm going to do is, you know, I'm going to dock one there and then one there, the 2 prawn suits. Then I'm going to dock a sea moth there, leaving that one open so I have a way to dock mine and bring stuff in. Alright, Gear Guy, thanks for hanging out. Sure, you know, catch up on whatever else we get done today after the stream finishes, when you can view it later on YouTube. And Kenneth, yes, you finally get to have a live spicy stream in your day. Well, let's see. Alright, so here is my weapon system area. I want to see how well this is going to, like, if this is actually going to work for me in terms of normal use. I usually don't go swimming with gasopods. So we got a little one there. That's 5. I think they count for 2 in the population. I know these do not count for that much. Oh, it's just, it has not hatched the next eggs yet. So that means these have not hatched either. Nope, but we got 2 more. I think we get 4 or 5 of each of these for this size containment. Now this I could take, you know, I could grab crash fish and try to use them as like a homing missile. I've tried it, doesn't work that well, but we can still do it for fun a bit. This, I definitely want to see if I get stuff from the gasopods. And oh, I need to decorate this. We need to come up with weaponry type stuff. Or weapon production type stuff. So, we'll do that. We'll do some decorating in here now. Obviously, we need some kind of ooh, you know what? I'm not going to build going out from this side. We're going to keep this kind of contained here. So what we're going to do is maybe do like almost an assembly line for this. Because, I mean, gasopods, gas torpedoes. This is our gas torpedo production room. We're going to have research areas later in other places. Oh, maybe the I don't know if we want a desk in here. I think I want some of the other stuff from the decorations mod. Might need to actually move one of the decoration fabricators. Lab elements. Definitely gotta have this. So we're gonna do a bunch of robot arms. You know, like 2 on each. So they have like an assembly thing for the torpedoes. It'd be great if we could actually build a torpedo just to sit on the counter. I think I might go with one of these. Maybe, yeah, one of these too. Just for that look. We definitely need some kind of a computer setup. Wall monitor. I'm not sure what we're going to put in it, but we'll find something. And, oh yeah, maybe actually use the circuit boxes this time. We'll do it like that, coming off of one set of arms sort of thing, maybe. I don't know, we'll try it first before I say I'm going to keep using them. Hopefully the frame rate doesn't suffer too much more from this point. Alright, so 8. Put that. Like this. And there we go. So we got some torpedo assembly stuff going. We'll do the wall computer now. There we go, like assembly. There we go. We'll just need to figure out a way to make it look kind of like there's a torpedo being built there. Maybe I can find something for it. There we go. And now for this one. Yeah, we just do it like this. Bam! That actually kind of works. The deeps, that is a mod called the Decorations mod. If you're playing on PC, you can use it. If you're playing on console, I do not believe they still have a way for you to use the mods in console. But if you are on PC, link in the description below for all the mods I'm using. And this is just part of the Decorations mod. We'll do another one like that for the other side. I know it's drinks. Maybe I can find something that work as like, you know, for like fuel or something. Nope. I don't think. Well, we can do a PDA. Do a PDA, like a control PDA for the computer stuff. You know, you're controlling it remotely, that sort of thing. And we probably need some kind of the analyzer like that, sample analyzer. And then useless glass containers. Oh. Do like this one. Oh yeah, that'll work. And a simple sample flask. We'll try these. See how this looks with it. Then I feel like we need maybe some posters too. Maybe like a motivational poster that, hey, you're going to, you know, this is weapon production. Doing here for, you know, protecting our people on the base. That. That. Huh. I actually like that one. There we go. We got like our torpedo assembly area. We need something for this wall. Ooh, that could be a good one for like a picture frame and have it display stuff on the torpedoes, maybe. Maybe do something like that there. I think I do like the prawn suit type poster idea, maybe. I think I'll just go back to the yeah, I'm gonna get a couple more of these because I actually like the way that looks. That looks really good in terms of like, it looks as a sealed container, like you're popping the top off of a jar kind of thing. Like it's sealed. That contains, or you know, it's like you plug it into a thing on the containment, on the alien containment, and it siphons in some of the little gas pods, and then you're just basically like, all right, here, assembly. Assemble. And remove this one over here, so we'll have like 3 of them waiting for being filled up with the gasopod stuff to make gas torpedoes. And yeah, so the poster we'll do I think we'll do the picture frame. And how do I rotate? I can't remember on this one. How... I think maybe it's just in the controls afterwards. Oh, that's stuttery. R. There we go. Okay. Change frame border. I definitely don't want it to be borderless right now until I have a picture set. I might be like, where is it? We might adjust the size later. I'm going to have to find the thing for the torpedoes to put in there. That would be kind of nice to have right there. Alright, so this could be less of assembly and more of like a research station where we're testing out that sort of thing. We definitely could use better, you know, cosmetic equipment, I think, in this game in terms of like the lab stuff. Even with the decorations mod, I think it could have more than what it has. What? We'll do this as like, alright, here's our controller. And this will do like a computer on the wall, as well as I want some, I think this is where we're going to do like the microscope and such. Like we're examining their EMP organ. Couple of microscopes, maybe a fluid analyzer too. Something like that. And of course I'm out of glass now. Means I'm out of quartz. Maybe a robot arm for handling certain things. Like, not a lot, just a single. And of course I don't have any glass left for that, so okay. We're gonna do a couple of these. Kind of stagger them a little bit. Actually, put it here, like it's being tied into the desk setup. There we go. Now I'm out of quartz. And glass. Again. Well, let's see. So, good look down below. Everything's still looking pretty good. That could use some lighting on it, I feel like. Like, I definitely want to do some more lighting outside. What is it? The, yeah, the lamps. I definitely need to play with those a bit more after I get some quartz. I'm out of quartz. And you know what? I know. Cobb is saving it because it's right here where I'm at, and I can easily get it. The lava zone. Let's see. What is the biome fauna that I need for that? I mean, a lot of it's going to be right around where I'm at the moment. But it's also a case of, like, you know, what do I have to go down and get? Is there? I think it's all pretty much the same between inactive and active lava zone. I don't think there's a difference in the fauna other than the fact that, you know, maybe one thing different in one spot. Yeah, let's see. We've got Crimson Ray, Lava Larva, which I can't get, Lava Lizard, Magma Rain, Red Eye, and of course the Sea Dragon, Leviathan, and Warper. Yeah, so I don't think I could get the Lava Lizard either. I've never tried to get them. No, they do have eggs. Okay, so Lava Castle. Oh, that's the ones I got from the Lava Castle. That I should have enough. The Magma Rain, Red Eye, I can easily snag from outside. We don't have a way to get Lava Larva. And Crimson Rays are not even a, they don't have eggs. So, yeah, we need to check for my Lava Lizard. ones. All right, blood kelp. No, we're going this way. I don't know if I have the biggest. I'm sure somebody has built a bigger one beyond this one. I know I've built some big ones in the past, but this is by far going to be the biggest singular base in terms of everything that I've got involved with planning and structuring together.
All systems online.
Oh yeah, look at that. Lava lizard eggs. There we go. So magma rain, red eye. Don't I have it? Yeah, I have a single red eye. And that's it. That's all I could get. So I need another red eye and magma rains. Too bad I don't have that magma rain that was glitched inside earlier. Alright, I see it. Oh. We'll go ahead and grab this one. Here we go. Ah! Not losing frame rate would help a lot right now. Oh, I have an extra eye. That's fine. I can eat them. Or just, you know, let them go. There we go. Alright. Yeah, extra eye. You be free. Go tell your story that you were released for being extra. Oh. Alright, so lava zone build. Tell me I've got... I think I put the hatch in already on this one. Yes. One of the early ones where I was trying to put the hatch in right away. So, lava lizard. Which... I mean... That is it, right? Yes, that's it. Alright. Lava lizards, magmarang, and red eye. That's all we get in these that I can actually collect normally in the game. Lost River is easy enough nearby. Also, we'll need quartz, so that'll be a good time to go back that way, see if I can find some quartz. Maybe some new quartz has spawned in the Lost River at the moment. Probably not the big deposits, but at least maybe I'll get some single pieces of quartz that have respawned in there. Oh boy, yeah. Eating food. Actually, yeah, let's balance. And save. I don't want to lose progress. Never good to lose a lot of work. Alright. On to the other tunnel. I think I'm going right way. Yeah, now I am. The Lost River. I go ahead and try to grab a few things fish-wise. I know of certain things I'm gonna have to look for. Lost River is kind of that questionable one too, because there is kind of a mix between two little areas. Let's see, Lost River biome. I want to give it a moment to let everything render in. You can see it just like every few seconds is like stutters. And stuff's just still trying to render in the distance. They never did optimize this game for big base builds. No matter if you're in survival or creative, it was never optimized for really big base builds. Alright, let's get my can going for quartz, which is non-existent. Well, great. So, Lost River. Alright, so yeah, Mesmer. I've already got some Mesmer eggs. I think I saved them for another biome location. Yeah, this is weird because of the Lost River. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna wait about that because I'm gonna have to do some looking around at what options there are. Wow, yeah, everything is just lagging so much right now. We may not be able to keep building after this base. It may be that I build this base and then we have to call it at that point on this save, because if I try to build a secondary base after this, I don't know how well it's going to work. You may not be able to even get the game to run without having a really hefty computer, and I've got a pretty hefty one, even with the graphics being turned down a bit now. Still, oh, well, now we got some quartz showing. Sometimes you just gotta give it a moment. Sometimes you just gotta relocate to a new area where it can say, hey, there's something here. I really don't think I'm gonna find much. And oh, that's glitched into the ground. It'll be like the one quartz piece that I found in here is gonna end up being, I can't get to it because it's embedded into the terrain. Awful lot of that happening in the game still. I really hope they would have fixed that when they decided to make it full release, but apparently that never became a big enough issue to try and correct it. Oh, one that was not embedded in the ground. Yep, I don't think I'm gonna get anything else out here. I don't think anything has spawned in like it should have by now, and the stuff that is showing there is terrain glitched. So it's back to the base with my one quartz that I found. The spawn point for quartz? I don't think that's it, because I've had points where, you know, it's supposed to spawn, it's there, you know, you collect it and it still shows something there later, like it's supposed to be a spawn for a big deposit, but then there'll be other times when I harvest a big deposit and the little marker goes away. And I've already had a couple people say that, yeah, that means there's quartz there, but it's spawned into the terrain itself, not that it's just not there. And if it was marking spawn points, there'd be a lot more spawn points showing. Yeah. My one item from storage. Let's see, you know what I'm missing? There is an upgrade I want to build for this. Not that. And it's not there. It's gonna be this one. Then we'll do the repair module. Just so I don't have to keep remembering to repair. And I've got extra spots anyway, so why not? Also have plenty of power to spare right now, so it's not a problem for that. Yeah, even just turning now. You see the blurring effect from the low frame rate on this. Just being in this area with the base. And that's after turning down graphic settings. Oh, yeah, we're not going to make it too much further, I don't think, before it becomes almost impossible to run this. So let's get a look now at where it stands, and I've got to think about how I want to proceed from here. So the bomb section is not quite what I had originally kind of thought, but I think I'm going to keep it that way because it does work for what we have now. The storage definitely is nice. I mean, in a game where we had a massive amount of automatic production, I would be doing way bigger than that, but we don't have a massive amount of automatic production. The weapons area, I definitely want to keep it as like filling in the containments with the reinforcements so that that's like protected, you know, because it's the weapons manufacturing area. Still need to do some interior work with the habitat. I've still got interior stuff to do with that, which means a lot more of the production with the synthetic fibers, everything like that. Food's already done. That's good. And the zoo is getting close to being done. I just need a lot of quartz to put in a lot of glass windows. And I still need some more plants to put here. You see I put in the crab claw kelp and the pyrocoral, so we got a nice little visual there. I need 2 more things to put here. I'm not sure what yet. And then I have all this space, too. Maybe put some more blood oil over here, just so I have a nice little tag to the end. Motion blur, I might try that. Not right now, necessarily, but I might try that afterwards. Of course, part of it is the fact that, you know, I'm streaming at the same time, so I'm using some processing power for the stream software, but even when I'm not streaming, it gets like this, and it's always better at the beginning of the gameplay before I've been going for a while, and after I've been going for a while, then it's like, yeah, now there's a problem. My 40 thermal plants, wow, yeah. This game was just not optimized for big builds. Just really isn't. Yeah, I want to do more lamps. I like the way that looks. I just don't have any glass right now. I would like to do some more lamps because that does light it up very well. Maybe put the lamps. Ooh, I might could do like a lamp, like maybe along the edge of the foundations on the sides here, so it's like bright lights lighting up the whole thing. Maybe. Still need to get supplies first. Let's do this. Let's save again. Take, you know, 20-30 seconds. And then we're gonna do I'm gonna use free cam now to get around and look a little bit easier. So yeah, that's the base. That is the size of the base. I could fit, I think I could put 2 Cyclops end to end along that width there. And almost end to end along that side there. We have an up top part, we have a below part, and then we have an even further below part. And then we have that big massive zoo area. So this is how much titanium and quartz mostly done so far. And I still have stuff I wanted to do over here. I still want to do some more stuff at the back on the top area. I'm not sure what, though. I really wish we had more design options in the game than we do. More of a modular build system than a prefab system. Cache leak, I could try that too. I've cleared my cache before. Not because of speed, but because of problems with terrain glitching. And it does reset certain things. That is one problem. You know, it resets like all of the all the doors. The shield doors and the precursor stuff will reset unless they fix that with a recent update. That'll reset all the stuff with like the tablets and everything, so it can also cause more problems in the end as well. And what? Oh no, I'm missing my repair tool. I dumped my repair tool in by accident somewhere. I just noticed that. It's gotta be back in the, gotta be in the Cyclops. So, Zone Exodus, I stopped playing Empyrean, simply put, because I cannot stand Alpha 9 and the changes in Alpha 9. I feel that that is the first, you know, I've been through several of their major Alpha updates, and I never felt with any of them, Alpha 6, Alpha 7, Alpha 8, none of them felt like they were moving away from the original direction of the game seemed to be taking, compared to Alpha 9. Alpha 9, I really dislike the changes, certain ones more so than others, and then part of it was just the fact that when people like myself said, we don't like this, can we have this fixed or put back in the game, or can you at least just adjust this so that it'll work like this, the devs pretty much ignored it. So I am waiting for Alpha 10, and when Alpha 10 comes out, I will try it. And if it is going back in the direction that I find the game enjoyable to play, I'll return. If the game is still unenjoyable, Alpha 10 will be the final round for me, and I'll just be done completely at that point. I used it. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. For the repair module, I was like, oh, surely I didn't just drop it in by accident. I'm usually pretty careful about that. Still wondering why I have a battery and a first aid kit that were in those locations. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. No, okay, that was that one. I really feel like they should have made it where when you put something in your hotkey bar, it locks it at least in the inventory. Like, it's not something you can then click and drop. You have to take it out of the toolbar to drop it then. If they didn't want to make it where it was just completely out of the toolbar where you could, you know, to save space kind of thing, they should at least have made it where it could be protected from accidentally being dumped into, you know, a locker or something like that. I tried Space Engineers as well when it was still very early access. Could not stand it. Tried it again after full release, and after 3 hours, I did not have a headache the way I have with playing Empyrean now, but I felt like I did nothing in the game. Like, I made no progress. So, while I would certainly play Space Engineers as it stands right now before playing Empyrean ever again, because of the way Alpha 9 turned out, I still would not play Space Engineers unless it was something I just wanted to do passively in my own time, as something like, okay, I just want to sit here for an hour and play this, and I'm not worried about trying to get something done. Because Space Engineers, I could do a 3-hour stream, and I got nowhere in it, you know? Oh, I don't think I'll have to wait for the final release. If Alpha 10 does not work for me, if it's feeling like it's still in the same direction that Alpha 9 is going, I don't see them changing course again anytime soon. But maybe at some point they might decide, yeah, we messed up. We lost a lot of players with Alpha 9, even more with Alpha 10. Let's come back and change some things. But at that point, do you really want to go back to a game and support devs that, you know, ignored you and then said, okay, we're sorry, we made a mistake, please come back? You know, if Alpha 10 is still in the same direction Alpha 9 is going, I just don't see any reason for me to worry about coming back to the game at that point, because it will definitely be continuing in the direction of being a game I do not enjoy playing, and more so find to be very irritating to play now. Like, I cannot play Empyrean now without it giving me a headache, because there's so many things done in it in a way that I feel is very poorly implemented compared to all the other games I played, compared to what Empyrean was, that it just is so frustrating. I walk away with a headache every time I play it. And I forgot all about having these here. I could have just pulled these over the other place. I do need to still do some, do need lab stuff here. Did I do any? No, I didn't put it on the walls there. Okay. Making sure I didn't mess up something there. Oh, my stuff's got all switched around again. That really should have been something that they set it up to lock everything in place. So you don't accidentally click something trying to get something else to work, or trying to put stuff into inventory, or, you know, a locker, and then you lose this. You double click this and it suddenly decides to set it differently. Do some lab setup now for this. Get this stuff out of the floor, because this is going to be kind of like a lab area of sorts, coming from the food area. I guess I'll have to just move this stuff here for now. Like I said, I'll play Alpha 10 and see what I think. I'm not going to do a video or anything on Alpha 10 until I play it and say, okay, I actually like this again. And if I do come back to Empyrean, I don't think I'm going to do it in the same capacity I did before. I might come back and do it as, okay, I'll either do gameplay video again, or gameplay live streams again, or I'll be back and just do the workshop showcase stuff. But I'm not going to be doing as much as I was before, because I never intended to get to that much of a degree on any singular game with the channel, and it kind of went out of proportion in terms of the involvement with Empyrean for the channel. So I definitely do not want to go back to that point again. I would rather keep it just, it's going to be one topic coming back, either coming back to doing just like the workshop showcases, or just doing gameplay, not doing all of it. We're gonna put an eyeball here. Haha. I don't want to do just all. Let's see. Those are the turnarounds. Do it like this. We'll do it a little differently than I've done in some other spots. I'll still keep a semi-walking path. That apparently was not very nice in terms of performance right there. So Alpha 10 getting shields. See, that's helpful in certain regards, but I'm still waiting for them to say, okay, you know, if you don't like the new inventory management system and the tie-in for that, here's a way to disable all of that and go back to doing things like they were before. You know, you know, the new inventory management system is such a headache, and it makes no sense when every other game have production system of some kind. It has at least some kind of storage for you to put materials in and then keep the completed product. The constructors in Empyrean should still have internal storage. That should be the default. Make it smaller amount of storage if they want, but it should still be default that there's storage in the constructors, and that's what you use to begin with. And then if you want to switch to, say, hey, output to this container, you can. But if you want to use, if you don't want to tie a container to a constructor, you don't have that choice. Or at least that's how it was when I played it the other day. You don't have the choice to do that. And that is a big problem for me, because that is, I don't have the choice to play it that way. You know, that's why a lot of people left Alpha 9, is that the way they wanted to play the game, Dev said, oh, you can still play how you want, but they couldn't. And, you know, an Alpha, I think Alpha 9 broke the most designs existing on the workshop beyond any other Alpha release before that. Need some more stuff right here too. I like how this works, because I can still, if I want, run through on my way here and then come back, and I'm like, yeah, there's nice little, I like this. This works. Then we do need some kind of, they're gonna need a fabricator in here, you know, if they're making stuff. Might as well do it over like this. Hola, Audio Phoenix. We'll do, I don't know if I want to do like a battery charger or anything like that in here. Ooh, definitely could use a specimen analyzer. Is that one the over here? Yes. Do a specimen analyzer in the corner here. Get where it's not glitching through the wall, preferably. There we go. So this feels more like a lab now. You come in here, you got your little specimen analyzer, you got extra lab counters, which I'll need to do some more decorative stuff with once I have some more supplies. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna have to play around with some stuff more on this. Try that cache white, and also maybe try some optimization. I might have to see if I can just back up the game saves and reinstall the game. Also may take some of the unused mods out that I'm not making use of anymore, because there are some I've just stopped using. Oh, that's what I was looking. Oh, PDA, of course, glass. I need glass for the PDA. Alright. I don't want to take anything apart for that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to get quartz. I'm gonna have to go get a lot of stuff still. That's just something I haven't had time to do since the last live stream, was to get a lot of stuff. A lot of the, especially the quartz that I need. At least we got a few of them going. We got babies. Well, we got another egg. Yes, we got 4 of them here, which should be the same on the crab squids. Should have 4 plus another egg. Egg and 4 crab squids. So that should bring us to max population on these. So basically, yeah, we're you know, trying to harness the EMP capabilities. We've got our living torpedoes here, homing missiles, and our gas torpedo production stuff here. I'm gonna have to do some more stuff with this. Yeah, definitely picture there. That's the most time-consuming part about this, is sometimes going to get the supplies for everything. You definitely gotta figure out some more stuff in here too. But it's still coming along. So much going on. Let's save. The base itself, I can't remember how long we've been in it. It's been quite a few streams. Now, of course, there are points where I've lost some progress because I forgot to save and had something really detrimental happen. And then, of course, just going out and getting supplies for it. Oh, let's see. Oh, I know I did the lights on all of those. I don't think I was going to do any lights on this side. I might do lamps over on these. Put like a top side lamp on each of these parts. Because that does give a very, very widespread light option. It is kind of expensive, but it does work well. We've got our big event lights going on the corners in the middle there. That's a big part of the amount of power I'm draining. I'm 40 thermal plants, and I've got 8 right there. That's 12, 16, 20, 23, 25, 27. 27 of the rotating spotlights, at least, on here. Draining power, and that's why my 40 thermal plants are only barely producing a little more than what that's using up. But yeah, this is like probably closing in on 48-50 hour range of gameplay just on this series of the live streams. And of course, a big chunk of it is this. Some of it was not this because I was doing also the prep work to get started here. And I just found some more. I can find my way out. I just found more glass I can get. I was leaving this because I might build out more this way and I will need this later, but for now we'll take it apart. You can see how much time it takes to even dismantle anything. It's because of that calculation with the hull strength that's having to do. So, let's see, where do I want to dump this? Not going to worry about windows. We're going to do... I guess I could do the PDA stuff. I don't know if I want to actually go and waste it on just a PDA right now. There's definitely needing to be more stuff here. I can at least dump it in the auto sorter. There we go. That's some more glass. That helps me out. But yeah, this is... the base so far. I mean, massive base. A lot of stuff going on with it. A lot of different elements to it. It's not like we built one base just for, like, weapon type base. There's habitat, there's food production, we've got weapon research and production, we've got docking, we've got storage, we got this over here that will get repurposed later because the Stalker thing didn't work quite so well. And then we got the zoo. The zoo's probably a big part of it. That's a lot of specimens and a lot of alien containments. That's, oh, what was it? That is 5 and so 17 spots. 15 of them are cripple containments. 1 is the plants, which I can actually take some of that out. I may put something else below. I'm not sure. That might be like reserve stuff below those. And then there's, of course, the cuttlefish one for once I get all the cuttlefish eggs. I think I'm pretty confident I'm done with that one, so I can go ahead and start putting the eggs in. But, yeah, I still have a lot of glass windows to put in. And, there is so much time involved in this. That's another reason why I was so glad to have, like, a kind of a break last week with this, the gig. My music performance, because it's getting tiresome at times to gather up all the materials. I even had to replace these right here. These tubes need to be replaced with glass tubes. So I still have more glass just to get for that. Yeah. A lot of work on this. So much stuff on this. I think we're actually going to call it a little early on this stream because I really don't have much else I can do right now. I don't want to end the stream on a let's just go gather quartz kind of thing. Because that's I like ending the stream with having stuff done. So you can see, even with this, it's stuttering at times. I'm going to have to play with the performance stuff. Try some of those suggestions. See what I can do with that. You know, we'll be back next week. The same thing. I'll try to get a lot more quartz this time. I'll have to go all the way back to the main surface area to get quartz, find some more quartz deposits, and probably hit the plateaus again for a lot of quartz. But yeah, I need a lot more quartz again. I'm gonna have to fill up my cargo hold with a lot of it and come back. I may try to get some stuff put together also for another sea moth and 2 more prawn suits to be brought down so we can have them here in the docks, in their placements where they're gonna be. We at least have that visibility going there. But yeah, quartz is the big thing right now. I just need a lot more glass tubing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna call it now. We'll do a few minutes of Q&A kind of stuff. So hi Kyle Blocks, thanks for joining in. You're kind of catching at the late end. The game, how long have you been living under a rock with the game? Are you talking about my gameplay, or are you talking about the actual game itself? Because it's been full release for a year and a half now. We're working on the Below Zero stuff. Is the new one coming out? Captain Jack. Space Engineers video? I am not going to be releasing Space Engineers video. I will not be doing that in any kind of video or streaming content because it's very frustrating to play. It's not as bad as Empyrean is now, but that is one that I have to be basically in the mindset that, yeah, I'm going to play for 3 hours and at the end feel like I did maybe 30 minutes of work. You know, because it is so slow to get going with any of that. You know, I'm playing Nomads, anything else like that, I play. Like Satisfactory, I had so much more done, 3 hours of gameplay, than I ever could possibly get done in Space Engineers. So I would not be playing Space Engineers. Even 3 hours of just harvesting supplies in Subnautica, I would have more done than in Space Engineers. So no, I will not be doing any Space Engineers content. I know it's a popular game, and I know one of the big reasons it's popular is because of the building, because of all the creations people can do. But from what I've gathered, there's a lot of people that play more so in a creative element than in any kind of scenario element, because they just like being able to build. And I do more of the, you know, survival style as opposed to just coming in and build whatever type thing, because it makes it more of a, I like the end result better, saying like, oh yeah, I actually built this. Like, I've gone out and gathered all the supplies. Some of that gathering has been during the streams too, which means this is a much greater accomplishment for me, and I cannot do that with Space Engineers. That would take way too long. Yeah, I haven't been to the Cragfields to collect as much yet. I need to go there also just to get the specimens for the zoo containment for that. So I'll probably go there. The main thing is looking at like the areas that have, of course, the big outcroppings, and also just a lot of spawning in. There's, you know, for a while I had to go back and get titanium, so I did a lot of metal salvage. Now I think I have a large amount of titanium to last a while. Satisfactory is not on Steam, so Exodus, unfortunately, is an Epic Game Store exclusive, so I don't think they'll ever go outside of Epic Game Store, which unfortunately for some people is a deal breaker because they want that hope of a workshop tie-in on the Steam platform. But it is what it is. They went with Epic Game Store. I think ultimately that's probably going to hurt them by being a, you know, Epic Game Store exclusive rather than doing at least both platforms. I'm not saying don't release on Epic. Just you should have released on Steam as well. I think that's going to hurt them overall in the end. The alchemy mod for this, I have not heard of that, though I do have some mods I need to update shortly after this, so I'll probably be looking at some other mods. I usually go by what are the ones that have the most activity in terms of updates and active downloads, because that way is, if there's a problem with the mod interacting some way in the game, people are going to download it and, you know, mention it, and then you're going to get that mod updated. So and you can make resources from useless flora. that could be beneficial in this sense, in that I'm trying to create so much stuff in terms of being able to be like, okay, well, yeah, I've got all these plants growing here. I could turn around and make some quartz out of it. Would be nice. But at the same time, I don't want it to become a case where then I turn around and build a massive amount of farming beds to produce all the materials I need. There's still material out there to get. I just have to go and get it. And, you know, if I might look at the alchemy mod, I'm not sure if I am, that is something I want to implement in the gameplay for this, though. Yeah, so that's why I play Sass Factory off of the Epic Game Store, and I of course downloaded and played Fortnite for a brief little while, and then gave up on it because there's just too many, to me, there's too many problems with the game in terms of they're not fixing the bugs with it. They're not really working on preventing hacking on it like they should. It seems they're more focused in, here's some new cosmetic stuff you can get, and here's a new cosmetic look to this game mode. So I just do not like Fortnite. I will not play that again unless they go and be like, yeah, we're actively banning hackers. You know, we're actually doing something to improve things in that, because I ran into too many instances where somebody was hacking and using cheats to win. You know, I've seen too many of the big Twitch streamers encounter that and show it on stream. That, you know, I was like, that's ridiculous. If you got that many occurrences of hacking being shown, you should be working on fixing that, and they don't seem to be doing that. So I won't play Fortnite. I honestly just don't even like that style of game. The Battle Royale, that's not my style. This is my style. Building and surviving type stuff. You know, I'm not hardcore on survival. I'm not hardcore on the building. I like a nice balance. Like, I don't want to play a game where it's just build everything and there's no survival element. That takes away some of the fun. You know, I actually had a comment the other day on one of my tip videos saying that building a Cyclops with so much stuff is a waste of time. And when I was like, well, you know, some people like doing a lot of exploring and building in the game, like what I'm doing here. And the reply was, that's what creative mode is for. Like, ignore the fact that some people want to do this sort of thing and do it by actively collecting your resources to say, yeah, I did that. I collected the resources to do that. I took the time and effort to do it. Makes it mean more than just saying, yeah, I built this in creative mode and it took nothing to do it. But there are people out there who think you don't need to build big in a game and think that that's the only reason there's creative mode, that's what it's for. And the game itself is to play through the storyline and be done with it. So there's a lot of different ways to play games, I understand, but Battle Royale, the idea is you're playing the game to kill people and survive to the end. And this is a combination game. You can play for the storyline and then be done with it, or you can play like I have and play it different ways. Come back and focus on just the Cyclops. Build big bases. Do like that. There's a lot of options for that, which is one reason I stick with games like this. I like the more sandbox style because you have more options to play. So, and at that point, that's a good one to go ahead and start wrapping up on the QA2. Exodus, thanks for hanging out. Good night to you. Thanks for that, you know, say hit the like button. I hope other people are hitting the like button. It certainly helps me out on this. And I will check out some more of those mods. I'll be doing a bunch of harvesting this week, trying to get more stuff going. And it's going to be now time, I think, to start wrapping up at least the build out on the zoo in terms of the glass. And I've got to rethink how I want to do the top side now, because I don't want it to be just open like this. I do want to have more stuff, at least in this little area. That kind of works where it is. Needs some better lighting, but I definitely want some more stuff on the sides here when I do this. And I feel like, yeah, the bottom's starting to get to the point where it's fine. Then we may be doing the separate base. I'm not going to build a long connected base down into the active lava zone. I don't think the game can support that much of a build. It's going to be too stuttery. But we can build a separate base down here Maybe. I might have to try and kill the dragon. But we could build down here. And yeah, that's how much it's taking to render in. That's where the problems come from, is at the terrain rendering. Well, we could build a big base out here. Maybe build something coming off of this and kind of like an enclosure to it. Maybe something that sits in this area right here. I don't know. We still got more building to do, but yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. I'll go ahead and call it. And then for the day, a little early, just because I do need to get some more stuff built with this. Yeah, that's another thing. Like I said, Dragon, I want to look through my mods and take out some of the ones I'm not using anymore to make sure that they're not causing some conflicts. But for most part, most of the mods have worked. There is one I know caused a problem before. I'm not really using it right now, so I may take it out. I'll have to do some testing around because I don't want to take something out and then cause it to glitch. That would be a big problem. And I need to get them all updated. But yeah. No, my GPU doesn't have thermal throttling. It's actually, I mean, it's running cooler right now than it does on some other games. Subnautica really does not hit that hard. It's actually, like mine, the fan turns on when it gets past a certain temp, and the fan's running at a low speed because the temperature's kind of low still. So I've actually got all my stuff, like where I have my game here, I have all my stuff for monitoring the stream and the software for that, you know, and then I have monitoring for the entire computer, my CPU, my GPU, my drives themselves, how much RAM I'm using. I keep tabs on all that. So I know I'm not maxing my RAM out. I'm not even 50% of my RAM. I'm not even hitting that hard on my CPU. And my GPU is not hitting that hard. So there's something else with it going on. So I'm going to be working on that. But yeah, thanks again for hanging out with me, everyone, today. We'll be back again same time next week. The half-hour point. So we can, you know, kind of accommodate for some other people that based on their time zone around the world. If we need to, I might move it up a little bit further. But if I do, you'll be notified on YouTube, hopefully. If YouTube sucks at notifying you, then hey, follow me on Twitter because I'll post about it there as well. But that's going to be it for today's stream. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I will see you guys next time.